Welcome to my channel. I'm doing some acrylic pouring tutorials, and today I'm doing an experiment. I've done this a couple of times with varying results, and I want to do it again with a different color scheme. I want to compare and contrast a flip cup, an open cup, and a dirty pour. I've done them before without putting a base coat down. Today, for this tutorial, I am going to put down a base coat of white. The white is titanium white and Floetrol. So if you're wondering, the base coat helps reduce surface tension and allows your paints to just flow over the top of the canvas. It's not required, but I kind of just like to do it. Get the air bubbles out. You know, this step isn't required either. If you don't have a blowtorch, it's fine. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can see a lot of air bubbles in there. If you don't want a lot of air bubbles, it's best to mix your paints the day before you're going to use them. I'm going to set this down in the paint, but I'm also using this little cookie cutter just to weigh the cup down, because the cup is very, very light and it starts traveling before I've finished putting my paints in. It's going to be interesting to see if I can get them in. Big gap. Okay. Alright, so the colors I'm going to use are Magenta, phthalo blue, yellow. This is just a craft yellow, I don't even know. This is a metallic blue. Deco Art Extreme Sheen, and a gold, and of course some white. I'm actually going to pour these in the same order. I tried to do it in reverse, but I didn't know that the results were that much different. So let's put down a little bit of white. White. Let's do the metallic blue first. Right, and then a little magenta. A little more white. Yellow. Right, now let's do the phthalo blue. That's phthalo. I mixed these up the other night and I forgot to label them, and I thought, oh, I'll just recognize it. But for the purpose of these tutorials, I don't know that it matters. You know, the fun part about art is being creative and using your own hue of blue that you prefer. More white. More magenta. Let's do the gold now. Oh, the gold's thick. And a little more white. Well, this little thing is doing the trick. I've tried this 3 or 4 times before and the paint just starts seeping out underneath before I'm ready for it. So pro tip. Alright, so since that's not leaking and I don't have to do it first, I'm going to start with the flip cup first. And luckily these little 8x8 canvases are small enough that I can turn it upside down. Isn't that amazing? I mean, obviously, we all know that red and yellow and blue can make the colors of the rainbow, but it just still surprises me. Isn't that just beautiful? I love this. Alright, so let's do the dirty pour. That base coat of white really just makes a huge difference. The metallic blue is what's really the strongest read on this one. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. There's a weird little corner here. Okay, so let's pull this up. The colors are going to be in the reverse order. So interesting. 3 completely different looks. This is the best demonstration I have tried with this. I've done it, I think, 4 times now, and this one really shows the differences in the techniques. Some clean gloves on, and I'm going to pass a torch over it. See what's hiding underneath here. I feel like this one is going to surprise me, like things are going to pop up that I wasn't expecting over time as it dries. There's a lot of color hiding under this white. I don't want to over torch it, but great about the torch, if you don't, if you don't have one, you can get them on Amazon for, I don't know, $12 maybe. But the ones I bought from Amazon didn't last very long. I bought this one at Lowe's, and this one has been fantastic. Super easy to fill, no problems. Alright, so do I even want cells in here? This is so cool, this just little swirly pattern. Let me, can't help myself, I've got to pop these bubbles. Now this one is it's so cool. I'm going to have to do this again on larger canvases. Okay, so some of this online, and let me get the name of her video. Gina DeLuca. She's the one that inspired my color scheme. And her tutorial was on using Rain-X, and I happen to have some, and Dick Blick sent me a free paintbrush with my last order, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to dip it into the Rain-X and just drop it on these parts that could use some help. Just want to see what happens. You know, the trick to cells, because I don't have any silicone in these paints, but my white is a lot thinner than the rest of my colors. They're all mixed with Floetrol and water, but the white has more water in it. And so you can see that the white is what I'm getting the most of in the cells. The gold was the thickest, and it seems to have just disappeared. It sank. So note to self, maybe I should water down my gold. The Extreme Sheen Deco Art paint, it has a tendency to stay up on the top and it will often dominate. So I use that very sparingly. Let's put a little of this Rain-X over here, and I'm just going to put it on the white and see if there's anything hiding underneath. Put a little of this over here. In the corners. It's very, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but right here is making little bronchia, little veins shooting off of it. Cool. So what do you guys think? All the same colors, 3 different methods, no silicone, flip cup, open cup, dirty pour. This one's my favorite. I don't know. This one. I like them both. What do you think? Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And this channel is new, so I'd love it if you'd subscribe.